You're starting a new business or career, you want to get your message out online, but you don't know how, you don't know where to start, and you don't know what to avoid. Let me tell you, this is a great first step. This podcast, the Business, Sales, and Networking Podcast, is here to help you navigate the world of your business, sales, and networking for brand new entrepreneurs like us.
And now we're going to do a little brainstorming on Marketing Monday. We talked about some tips that Matt wanted to share, and we're going to tie it in with the live videos because we have people asking me about live videos over the weekend, and they're asking, hey, can I do live videos? I'm like, well, you can do live videos, absolutely. But Matt's got some great tips that we can tie that in with the live videos. So go ahead, Matt, let's do it.
We've got a couple new banners up here.
Oh yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. We're all talking.
No worries. Hey, just wanted to remind everybody what days of the week that we're on, where we're on. So we're on Friday on YouTube, Monday through Thursday on the Facebook. We are part of the Real Disrupt Podcast Collaborative with other real estate, mortgage, and business professionals. So just want to remind you. And then Ben's rocking the Golden Knights colors. And then I had to copy the idea, and I went with the Oakland Raiders colors because they're our Vegas team now, and they've always been my football team. And it's so amazing to see them come to town. What they're bringing, the energy, the stadium when you're going by there. I don't know if you've gone by there lately, but I went by there at night, saw it lit up, super cool. The landscaping is going in, and all the finish work and all that stuff's going in. A friend of the community, Leslie Valdez, she is going to be a vendor there with Abuela's Tacos. So congratulations to her.
Oh, congratulations. That's going to be awesome to meet vendors and people that, hey guys, if you know anyone that's doing business out there, how to get business in there, let us know. We'd love to share that information with people. That's a great, that's a whole new opening for entrepreneurs, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We just got some comments from the Peanut Gallery. Rick, my friend, how you doing, buddy? He's saying the colors would look better if they were 49er colors.
Oh, this guy.
Hey, appreciate you watching. Tyson, thank you. Gustavo, thank you guys for joining us this morning. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't do the 49ers colors, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tyson's got a contact, so we're going to have to talk to Tyson and get him on here and see what's going on. But really super proud of Leslie, her crew. She's been around for years at Abuela's Tacos out on the east side, but now she's going to be inside Raider Stadium. So super cool win. Small business, that's what it is. Consistency, working hard, long nights, short mornings. You know what I mean? All those things. So you guys, and I'm talking to myself too, it's that consistency. We'll get there. You know what I mean? And she's seeing a level of success, which is even more work now that you can imagine. Yes, it is some success, but now how much more work is she going to have to do? And that's amazing.
How do you say? There was a certain, I forget who I was listening to, but the thing was, I think a lot of people don't push themselves because they're afraid to get that success, to work that hard, right? There's like a certain, does that make sense? Where like, or the people they say, oh, I want to do this, I want to keep doing this, but once they hit a certain point, they're afraid to reach that point because they understand now that they're going to get more distractions, more haters, more conflicts, more and that's kind of like, so they stop. They go, okay, I'm going to stay right there, but they get to the next level, they have to bump it up. And that's the way it was when in sales with me too. Also too in sales, I remember the more successful I got in sales, the better I did, the more money I was making, the better clients I was having, the more I was getting more negativity, not from the bosses, of course, but from around me, right? Or the energy around me was like the jealousy. Right. So it's kind of a hump that we have to be aware of that can come along. So,
well, when you stretch and grow, it is painful. When you get like I was just saying, you know, she's getting to another step. You know, when I'm going to the next step in my business, I know that there's more work, and I appreciate that. I like those challenges. I like figuring it out, and when I struggle figuring it out, I like reaching out to people that I know can help me, which was a struggle I've had for a long time in my life. I would never reach out to people. I would never say, hey, I need help, or I don't understand, or explain this to you. I just, hey man, we kind of talked about this the other day. You know, men sometimes don't do that. I'm sure there's women too. I can can only speak about myself, but I'm trying to be better at that. I am being better at that. So I actually just had Tyson and I just had a conversation, just bouncing some ideas back and forth. Hey, I don't understand this, and having him breaking things down to me. You know what I mean? So it's really nice to have that core community of people that you can have as a resource.
Oh, it's awesome. And that's what we're building here in BSN. There's great people coming into the group, great people sharing the information. And that's the whole idea. It is it's business, sales, and networking. And when you network, you create better relationships, better a sphere of people around you to influence you to get information. So that way you're comfortable. It's not about sending a message, hey, you want to buy this stuff, or are you interested in this? It's about, hey, what do you think about this? Or you're stuck on something and it's hard to ask your spouse or a friend, but sometimes it's nice to have a different perspective or a point of view from outside. And I do it all the time.
With that, I'm gonna go into the first marketing tip for today, and then I'm gonna kind of toss it over to Ben, because we've had some questions in the DMs, and when we get those questions, just so you know, and so you're not offended in any way, we're doing this with everybody. Hey, we're going to answer your questions on camera. We're going to answer them in the lives. We do encourage you to drop us those questions, but when you do drop those to us, I'm going to encourage you to drop it as a post or a comment or something so other people can see it. But our efforts are to bring that live here or into a video so you can see that and understand it and help other people. So I know Ben had some other conversations, and so did I, and we want to answer those questions now. So the first one for today, marketing tip for today, is create a memorable message. And that's one thing that we had talked about. We had the mastermind scheduled right when this event started, which was talking about introducing yourself in a public forum, in a networking situation, or when talking about an elevator pitch and those things. So what you want to do is make sure it's something that I'm crafting more and sharpening myself. But people need to know who you are, what you do, and how they can refer business to you. And with that, Ben, talk to us about creating a memorable message.
Yeah, that's something that I'm practicing since the beginning when I first started BSN. I knew that was important, and I used to do and I'm still get stuck on it, guys. So I want you to understand, it's not something that you're going to have to create and evolve. And what are we talking? It's your introduction. We even did a mastermind on the introduction. And when people are doing the 7-day live video challenge in our group, meaning they're doing a live video every single day for 7 days, they figure out that the most challenging thing is the introduction, introducing yourself, who you are, and what you're doing, what you're up to. And it's very, and in front of a camera, and to have a little of I wouldn't say personality, but just be you, and that's practice and finding your voice. So you have to do this over and over and over again. So practice your introduction, and you don't have to be copying the crazy guy that's going, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And then you have to be you. Some people are, yeah, people are like that, because what happens is, if you're going to be continuing doing live videos and it's something you're going to be doing, then you need to have that same energy. You need to have that same communication, that same, the tonality. Just be you, because some days you're not going to be 100%. And
you can't have that disconnect. People will see that. If you're when you meet me or Ben in the streets, we're the exact same person. What I mean? Exact same on camera. You remove the camera, I act exactly and talk exactly the same. Depends on the company. I may increase the level of the F-bombs, but that's okay. That's just me. But that's just my authenticity. Ben has the same. But if you're, like Ben said, if you're over there trying to be the ShamWow guy and dialing it up and doing all those things, and then you come in and people see you for a different person, that's going to ring all kinds of red flags in their head and guard them up. They're not going to want to trust you and like you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So your introduction is very, very important, a memorable moment. And here's the thing: the most people are the memorable moments is just being you. Even if you screw up a little bit and you talk, people are going to remember that about you. You're you. So there's no one else like you. You are your only person. I know that. I watch a lot of videos, and I have to and watch back the videos and practice those videos and watch them back. It's hard to watch, but you're going to say, oh, okay, this is what I have to work on, and it's okay. I'm still working on it. So don't. And how many live videos have I done in BSN? A ton.
Always. I
Tons.
just posted a video I ran across in my feed the other day. It was on Clark County schools, or not really them specifically, but how schools affect home values. And this is a video I did a couple of years ago. I used like a teleprompter app, and I spoke, and I was on the side of the road. And honestly, it wasn't terrible, but I could just pick it apart on all the things that I would do differently today versus what I did then. But you know what? The message still rang true. Still my personality. It's not the greatest video in the world, but at the end of the day, the message and my personality come through. Guys, we're going to move on to number 2 for today, which is building partnerships. Building partnerships. When I was a contractor, what I did was we built partnerships with other trades members that could help. Like we did pools and pool decks was a primary focus of our business. Having those relationships with the pool companies, the guys that are out in your pool every week, you know, that can tell you, hey, this pool deck needs some help, or this owner was asking me about this, was a huge benefit to our business in getting additional business, getting commercial pools, getting more residential pool decks to do all those things. So talk to us a little bit about creating partnerships within business.
Yeah. So one of the secret sauce in BSN, guys, is the partnerships. We have partnerships with I've created relationships. We call them the BSN entourage, or those are the admins and moderators. These are people that we all work together. Matt, we work together. We have Lauren, we have Ariel, we have Gustavo, and Jody, right? So these are people that we've reached out, we've connected, we've networked with, we made relationships with, and we all help each other, and we all encourage each other within the group. And we're all helping each other with our content. We're
ideas.
Yeah, ideas. It's like
each other.
Yeah, ideas. And here's the thing: you have to create a syndicate of people around you to work with you. And that's why I always tell you guys, when I make posts, when I promote people in the group for doing such an awesome job, for being awesome members, tell those people, hey, connect with the BSN entourage. These are people that are going to engage with you, help you. They're going to introduce them into your business page, introduce them to what you are up, whatever you're up to. They're gonna go into your sphere. The people that I have, like, you would look, if you have, for example, if you have someone like Matt in your sphere of influence, and he's like on your friends list, he's on your business page, and you've created a great relationship with him, he's going to be someone awesome to have in your sphere, man. I'm telling you right now, because when you post something, when you're out there trying to work, you're going to have someone where he's going to be able to comment. He's going to, if you have a question about something, or a video, like all these cool videos that Matt does, it's nice to have someone that's going to give you the information versus like someone who's like, no, I'm not going to help you with that, you know? And I know Matt is, and it's a give and take relationship, right? I mean, I understand that. Absolutely. So, you got to find people like Matt. You got to find, I'm not trying to say like me, you got to find people like Lauren. You got to find people like Jody. You got to find people like Ariel and Gustavo. These are the people that are always giving value, and they're going to help out and engage with you and create a relationship with you. That's
Lorraine in the group as well.
Sorry, Lorraine.
People, I mean, and not even this group. I'm starting to do some different things. I've scaled down. If you've known, if you watched last week, I scaled down my groups from over 300 now to under 100, so I can really get more interactive. I was so scattered into so many groups, I wasn't really able to connect with as many people. You know what I mean? So that's what I've done is get into those groups and find those people that are active. You'll be able to see them. You'll see them posting. You see the badges. Facebook makes it super easy to connect with people because you know who's, you know, a new member, who's a rising star, who's a conversation starter, a visual storyteller, whatever. You know, those badges are crucial for your connection purposes. You know what I mean? And I'm starting to use them more and more.
And Matt, even with you building relationships, you have the mortgage. There's you're friends with like the mortgage. What's his name? The mortgage guy.
Jason. Yeah.
Jason. That's right. So with my relationship with Matt, I'm having all these new sphere people trying to come in, and I'm connecting with also too. So the quality of people, it's crazy. The quality of people that are coming in, and I'm watching how other people are doing their business on social media, and I'm like, wow, this guy's posting good content. Okay, I'm not a mortgage broker, But the thing is, though, like I can understand, if I can understand it, and he's putting some stuff out that where I can read it, that means he's got me, right? Like I'm just kind of getting the,
You're the target,
yeah, exactly. I'm the target. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see this guy. This guy's a professional,
right?
and one day I might have a question about a loan or a mortgage or something. I'm like, I have this guy, so you reach out to.
You're going to go to the somebody that's displayed how professional they are, how much market knowledge they have. They've introduced that to you now, so now you feel comfortable asking that question.
Sure,
There's
absolutely.
nobody else you're going to ask that question to but him.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's that. It's there. That's what's happened. That's what happened. So the what do we always go back to? Your net worth is your network, or your net worth. It is what it is. That's so true, man. It's so true. So really look at your friends list, and I would say look at the people that are in your social media, and really start working on collecting a great group of people in your sphere. It's so important. I know a lot of people just go ahead and accept anyone that comes in, but I'm going to show a formula later that I do, and I'll show it to you guys later. I'm going to do it in another live.
And are you catching Ben's lives, people? If you're watching us right now, I know there's only one. I think it's Gustavo. Buddy, how you doing? I see your comments below. But as you're listening and watching to this later, Ben does a ton of videos, not only in our Las Vegas group, but also in the Florida group. So if you're not catching these little nuggets of information, you did one the other day on scheduling posts, you did one on, but whatever it was, catch those little nuggets, man. They're 3 and 5 minutes, just gold bits of information. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm doing those trainings for the BSN Entourage so they can get better and better and better. Full transparency, guys. Yeah. So join a group in Florida. I'm not doing it in that group because I want them to really get that information. So I'll put the link into the Florida group, and it's just 3 to 5. It's just like you're like, oh, this is what he's doing. Okay, I can do that. It's so simple, guys. But it's just little techniques that are make you a better. They'll make you better in social media. Like just little nuggets here and there. Just makes your day a little easier. Scheduling the post. I love scheduling the post. That's my favorite.
I did mine the first time the other day on Facebook. It was cool. So I'm actually speaking of Jason, he just laid out an 18-month content calendar. I have another one with another group. So I think I'm going to merge those together and start. The one thing I have never done is plan my day ahead as far as my social media postings. I try to get maybe a general theme, and I don't want to sidetrack too much off of this, but I really need to get to where I can look the week ahead.
Sure.
Have the show dialed in a week ahead, have my social media posts dialed in a week ahead, and start doing those schedules. That's really the next step that I'm trying. I am constantly working on.
No, you're absolutely right. I think I was working on, for example, we dealt with toxic people last week. So I was really researching that information, dealing with that. And I got all my notes on that, and that's something that I can collect later on and probably said I'm not going to post it at that moment, but it's great to go, okay, I'm going to post this information maybe 2 weeks from now and save it for that time. And then here's the thing about content and saving your content is that you can reuse that content a year from now and update that information because it's still relevant. It's just you just now got more information, or something came up later on. You're like, oh, that's a good. I can add that to what I had from my last post, and I'll use it again. So
there you go. And the YouTube video that I posted was from a couple of years ago. Hey, I repurposed it. There's questions coming up for the school year. Great content. Whatever your business is, find a way to recreate that content and repurpose it so you don't have to work as hard. And it also helps with branding too. Those things where people repetitively see those things, it's just going to really set in those people's mind, especially if they've seen it in the past or I'm trying to get the consistency with the banners. I'm doing that on my YouTube pages. All those things are branding and for consistency and for people to recognize you in your business.
Yeah.
All right. And we are in the final marketing tip for 2020 on things that I am working on every day. And that is making performance analysis an ongoing strategy. Okay, what does that mean? Basically, you got to know your numbers. In real estate, how many contacts you have, to how many properties you have, or appointments, to contracts, to closings, blah 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 blah, whatever that is for your business, lead to lead to acquisition to whatever it is in whatever business. You just need to know what those numbers are. Right now, I'm tracking a lot of the social media, the engagement, the the audience building that we're doing, not only in this group, in the We Got Your Back group for my pages, and I'm tracking a lot of those numbers as well. So let's talk about tracking numbers, Ben, and performance,
Yeah,
because that's really
we
the only way you can
talked
improve.
about last week. I was showing you the numbers for the group and the engagement, right? And you're like, what? Well, like that's a real. That's like, I, I'm,
75% engaged
I'm not
members,
even.
something like that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I won't even go into the phone right now. I think for 2,000 members, we are like at 14, 1,500 people that are active members in this group. You're talking
Yep.
people engaging, posting, liking, commenting, um, just being within the last 60 days, right? That's amazing. That means that we have people in this group that are actually working in the group, and we're out there engaging with them also too. And of course, that creates the activity that bumps up the activity. But here's the thing: we're trying to reach out to these people so they can become better. They can get better at the engagement. So we say, hey, it's okay to engage with us. It's okay to post something in this group, comments. And so we're trying to help people out too. And we were talking about the live videos. Here's the thing: we go back again. Your first live videos, you're not going to get a lot of views. You're not going to get a lot of people engaging. But here's the thing: we're going to play with the algorithms. I'm going to tell you guys a quick tip on how to make the algorithm work for you. Before you go out and do a live video, before you go out and post, engage, comment, say like people, say awesome. You're just going to play. You're playing around. If you're going to do a live video in this group, engage a little bit, engage with the BS and Entourage. We're going to get the notifications. If you ever notice the live videos, you get notifications when certain people go on live. That's because you're in their algorithm. You're on their friends. It's like, oh, I'll see Matt's on live. I'm like, oh, like, how did I know that? It's not because, no, it's just because I just got a notification. So live videos are very, very important. So again, guys, don't be upset when your first live video, you get 30 views. Don't sweat it. But once you build it up, a great example is Lauren's videos. When she first started her 7-day live video challenge, from her first video, it just bumped up because more people were seeing her. More people were like, oh, who is this girl? Who's going on? And it went up, right? And then she did her cocktail hour on
Balloons.
Yeah, balloons. And she had, I mean, the numbers were crazy on that one too. So you have to, it's like a snowball. You have to keep building it up. So don't, oops, sorry. My elbow hit the.
No, and that's what it is you have to know and get clear on your direction. Again, I said these things because these are things I'm working on, but getting clear on your direction on where you want to go so you can know what incremental steps that you need to measure the performance. What do they call them? KPIs, key performance indicators. There's all kind of fancy words. I'm not the big fancy word guy, if you know that about me, but you want to have those metrics so you can know that you did a better job this week than last week on your posting, because that's the goal. You're posting and being intentional about your posting. I had a comment, and I'm going to answer it now because it just came up, because I told her I'd answer it in the comments or in the video. Sometimes I just post things just to post it. On my personal page, I do post things just to post it, like some quotes. I have a product called the Newsfeed Eradicator. It's a Chrome extension. It wipes out the newsfeed so I can concentrate on my day, and I don't get bothered by the notifications and the newsfeed of Facebook, because, as we all know, you can get lost in there, right? But in that, it gives me a little quote, every time I refresh it or every few hours. And, if that quote hits me, I post it just for the hell of it, right? But everything else I do is intentional. Every post that I do, every link that I'm creating, every share that I'm doing, even if I'm doing it wrong, I may put it out there and then I'll go back and fix it or whatever. But all those things are intentional. And I'm looking at the engagement and the comments and how they're acting. So I know maybe next week when I do a same post to a buyer, hey, that didn't get much engagement. How do I change that and get better attention? How do I get better engagement? How do I get more views? All those things. So you need to know where you're starting to know where you're going to end up. Well, let's reverse that. You need to know where you're going to end up so you know how to get there. You know what I mean? Does that make a little bit more sense?
Absolutely.
So that's it, man. That was my list of. I left one off because it was a 10 list, but I did 3 a day. I have a lot of things in marketing that I'm working on to improve. I just wanted to look at a few things that um, I really wanted to take some time and get better at. This is an ever changing game. TikTok wasn't around 18 months ago, and now it's a monster. What's the next thing going to be? But if you can get your copy right, if you can get your conversations right, if you can get those things nailed down, it doesn't frickin' matter what distribution channel you're on. You can just go ahead and master your message, whether it's a YouTube, a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. But you just help me
No,
out here a little bit
no,
better.
you said it. I was blown away. Master your message. Be a
That's
master.
it, man.
Be a
You
master.
just gotta have that conversation. Know what you're gonna say. Yeah, I just
It's
it
perfect.
matter. People are getting stuck on how do I say it or what do I post or all those things. Just connect, and you know what? Maybe don't even post. Challenge yourself to not post anything on social media, but go into comments and answer 10 comments a day, answer 10 questions a day, and that's how you're going to practice. And you're going to get blasted. People
Yeah.
are going to say some nasty things to you if you come off wrong, or they may not understand you. And then that's a great opportunity too for you to master your message of, hey, how do I come back from that? And if you don't, so what? There's
Yeah.
100 billion people in this freaking world. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I just think you mastering your message is really the ultimate, like you said, the end all be all. Drop your mic and that's it. Thank you for joining BSN Live with Ben and Maddie. Business, Sales, and Networking is a proud member of the Real Disrupt Podcast Collaborative. You can check out more of our awesome podcasts at realdisrupt.com. Ben and Maddie are live every weekday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday on Facebook, and Friday on YouTube Live.